out to me on the internet because then we will have problems. I'm like, but I have documented pictures. I see all the documentation. I said, but I would call the shipping company and find out. Sure shit, the shipping company says sometimes we do that to save weight, and because that's such a big, I'm like, what's it we're talking? Six quarts of oil.
I bet they did tell him.
Probably did.
I bet you money.
They probably had him sign something. They said evidently they told me I had to sign something. I said, but I don't have any. And he says, they're supposed to be sending me the paperwork. I'm like, I'm out of it.
Hey folks, Bob here at Bob's Classic Cars and Parts. We're on another venture today. We are going to look at a slingshot dragster, or front engine dragster, many of you call it by. It's an old vintage one built in the 60s. And it's down here in the eastern part of North Carolina.
The speed limits.
And I'm going over the speed limit according to my GPS, so let me slow down. But we get down there, we'll, if the guy's willing, we'll do a little walk around of it. If we can put a deal together, I'm gonna carry this thing home. So you folks stay tuned. Hey folks, Bob here, Bob's Classic Cars and Parts, and look at what we have right here. This is a front engine dragster, otherwise known as a slingshot. It was built in the late 70s and drag raced for a few years with an early Hemi in it, not sure the size. And then along the mid 70s, somewhere along there, they put a big block Chevy in it, 454. And it was raced with a big block Chevy until the early 80s. And I just purchased this car. It's got a 9-inch Ford rear end in it. I can't get in it. Now this comes with it, but that was added to the car when it had the Chevy put in it. And it's got the original parachute. We don't know how far original back this goes. But, oh Lord, but we're getting ready to load her up and take her home and do what with it, I don't know. It's got incorrect wheels on it, so we're going to have to find some wheels. And this headlight was something that the track that they ran at, apparently it was running a track down in Alabama in the 70s, and they required that headlight because there was no lights in the shutdown area of the track. And there was a highway that went across. So the police would have to stop the traffic if they saw a headlight coming. And then once the cars went through, the traffic could go back and cross through. So as long as your headlight was working, they could see you coming, they would stop traffic. But we just purchased this car. It's just gonna be something we're gonna do for the channel, maybe play with a little bit. And we'll see how it goes. I do not intend to race it. It's just this young man wants to, he got it and he wanted to make a little money off of it and move on. So that's how this hobby is, folks. Everybody gets a turn at this stuff until the right guy comes along and maybe wants to show it in a museum or a car show. So front engine slingshot dragster. If I can find an early Hemi that I can afford, it still turns over. Maybe we can get it running, maybe get a motor put in it, I don't know. But we'll just see where we go with it. Once again, folks, Bob's Classic Cars and Parts. We continue to bring you the crazy stuff and the interesting stuff and the odd stuff. And we got something right over here too. I'll show you this in just a second too. It's a old fiberglass Thunderbird, 72 Thunderbird. And there's some more parts to it right over here. And I might make a deal on this too. We'll see. I'd love to have that too. Fiberglass Thunderbird body. Who would want such a thing? Only Bob's Classic Cars and Parts. But all right, folks, hit that thumbs up. Appreciate you guys for tagging along. Watch these videos. That really helps with the algorithms. We bring you the coolest stuff, a lot of it. And I mean, Moxie, we may be doing this old fiberglass Thunderbird body. It was used in the movie Crow, is my understanding. And I've actually got a little bit of history with this car, so we'll get into that later. But go back and look at some of the older videos. We got junkyard videos, how to fix things videos, racing videos, all kinds of neat stuff, car show videos. You better be something that you'd like. And nice little dog. And hit that thumbs up on those, watch some of those. And that would really appreciate it. Watch them all the way to the end if you could, guys. That really helps the algorithms. It helps the channel out. And it helps further this hobby along, because we're definitely out here getting it done, making this hobby work for us. All right, folks, I have rambled on enough. I really do appreciate your support. Bob out.